Hi folks, welcome to JR Jeep again. I'm at the Jeep Jamboree event Northwoods, which is the 29th edition of this event. If you've not looked at their calendar events, I definitely encourage you to do so. I hope you enjoyed today's video and consider subscribing and following along.
Now next time you come, you'll bring long underwear.
Hi folks, again, thank you for tuning in today's video. This is of the Orange Trail at Mole Lake Jeep Jamboree event. As I would have liked to shown you outside recording in the event of the various attack angles of the various obstacles, it was not necessarily something I could do because this is a paid for event and it wouldn't have impacted the event for other people. But I do hope you enjoy the video. I tried my best to get some context in relation to what this event looked like. Please enjoy. Give me a thumbs up if you did.
Tom, you can head up. On my way.
This was an awesome event. I highly recommend it to you if you have the chance to go to it. There's many others they sponsor. There were a myriad of rigs in this event. Mine I would consider one of the more modified in it. The Gladiator in front of me was a Rubicon, well able to take care of the trails. Behind me, as I was second to last, was a TJ, and Tom, who was a Tailgunner, was running the Gladiator as well. Just a fantastic event. Can't see enough about the guides.
Be careful when you're coming up here because it's a little slick for you walking. It's a lot slick. I'm going to put just a little bit easy room to walk beside me.
So they always tell you to air down, and I have been trying different pressures for the last couple outings. I have tried 20, I have tried 15 PSI. I have sort of gone to the facet that I think 20 is the best for my rig and the tires, as it seems to be able to traverse the obstacles and mud holes best. Always gauge it by your own experience and maybe by some input from others, but just something to keep in context.
Are they all through yet, Tom?
Thanks, Sam.
One more here. Before we're going to move on up a little bit. Same copy.
Sorry we didn't answer. We were on a rock. Yes, our sway bars are disconnected.
Good for it. Yellow Jeep, you need a hand?
The green trail today at the Jeep Jamboree, the 29th edition of the Mole Lake run. So far we've run into one obstacle. We're about to go on the other obstacle. It's been a fun ride. Very narrow track, muddy, a lot of off camber.
try to put your passenger tire on that rock, just like you're doing, Lucy. And then straighten out when you're coming down. And now a little bit driver.
I thought it was very cool in meeting both of them before we started the trails that the Gladiator and the Wrangler in front of me were a family, and actually they were changing off drivers, and their son, who was 17 years old, was actually running the Gladiator this first half of the day on the off-road trails. He was doing an awesome job. It was really cool to see a family event like this is, and the bonding that happens during these events. I equated it a little bit to fishing with my dad when I was younger. I think it's awesome that you have these events that build family.
Yeah, can we get the front of the line to pull ahead a little bit? Would you please up real quick?
I'm on my way.
Hey folks, a lot of the upgrades on my Jeep I've done myself, but the ones that were rather intensive because it's my only vehicle and I don't have another one to work with, like the lift and that, were done by Dave's Jeeps and 4x4s up in Kyle, Wisconsin. If you want his information, please look in the listing below because I will list it. I consider him a really good resource. He'll definitely work with you on anything you're considering on doing.
Silver Gladiator, you can pull right up please.
Will, are you heading up this way?
Yeah, pull up a little bit, I'll catch up with you here.
Okay, there's two ways through this one. There's that sharp way and then there's the bypass way.
Well, let me get there, just stay there for now. Everyone could pull up as close as you can to the vehicle in front of you.
Thank you.
Did you not make that corner? No, I'm way back out here. Yeah, way out of nowhere.
Again, I can't say enough about the preparation they do in relation to these events. The guides I had both days were fantastic. On this first day, it was Will and Tom, And Will's wife, of course, was along too, who was awesome as well. These guys all do an awesome job. Thank you so much. It made the day just fantastic, I think, for everybody on the trail. This is the last part of our first half of the day, and we're going along some mud holes through some windy forest roads with narrow areas to get through for our Jeeps, and along the lake, which is Oak Lake, which the trail is named after, as you're going to hear Will mention a little bit later in the video. He was giving us a little dialogue in relation to the history of this area and what goes on, which was very cool. A lot of us were quiet during the trip, and I think that took them off a little bit, even though we were really enjoying the whole thing.
That's Oak Lake to the left of us. That's why we call this the Oak Lake Trail. Usually see a lot of deer in here. We did kick a few out up ahead of us. Usually the raspberries are blooming now, but they had a cold spring and they're really kind of late. Usually you can pick raspberries and eat them as you go along the trail in certain places, but not this year. Tom, let me know when you get over the log bridge. Copy. Everybody's so quiet. Everybody has anything to say? Are you having a good time?
We're getting splashed with mud.
Well, we ain't got to the mud yet. My kids' plates are having a fun time.
I feel like my license plate should say woo-hoo instead of you-hoo.
Hey folks, be sure to keep on watching because the second half of this will be coming up in another video shortly. I hope you enjoyed the first one, and if you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I always like your input in relation to everything as well. Till next time, have a great day.